Hi everyone, it is Ty with her Talk with Tai Vicari, and we are live in the WLINY studios here in Lake Grove, New York. Thank you for tuning in, thank you for watching, and I hope that you guys are subscribing, sharing, and liking. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm excited about today's show because I have three extraordinary women that are coming onto the show. I have Olivia Parker, I have Dr. Kelly Lizewski, and I have Kathy Casale. And these three women each have something amazing to tell you about their life and what they're doing to help other people in the world with getting the word out there on who they are, what they represent, and how they can help you. So my first guest tonight is Olivia Parker, and she is to my left. Welcome, Olivia. How are you?
Hi, Ty.
Hi. So, Olivia, tell me a little bit about yourself. I know that you are in the Order of the Eastern Star, and that your creed is charity, truth, and loving kindness.
Yes.
And that you guys do a lot of charity work here in New York and also the country and the world, because it is one of the oldest orders in the world.
Yes.
So what are you doing? What brings you to us today?
Well, I am so excited to share with everyone. I am co-chairing the Order Eastern Star Nassau Queens Brooklyn District's 19th annual walkathon. And it's benefiting a great organization. It is the AMT Children of Hope Foundation. The proceeds that we are hoping to raise is going to help the organization with parenting education, which is very good. They are also a baby safe haven, also medical care, as well as infant funeral cost. What makes this project so special and so endearing is that those who don't know about what a baby safe haven is, Baby Safe Haven is a state law. Many of the states in the U.S. have this law where if the parent decides that they no longer want to be a legal guardian to this baby, there is a no questions asked clause where they can just give the baby to the AMT Children of Hope Foundation, and they will contact social services to make sure that the child is well taken care of and provided a better life.
So, so it's the AMT, let me get it here, the AMT Children of Hope Foundation.
Yes.
And so those signs that you see on the highways, those they're like, I think they're like blue and white, and they say baby safe haven, or they'll say safe haven, and you'll see a baby in like someone's hand, and that's their emblem. And I know that like firehouses throughout, you know, the country, as well as hospitals and everything, it's a no questions asked type policy.
Yes.
You know, if you're a teenaged mom or whatever, you could just be a woman that just, you know what, you just don't want the child, you know, that signal, that insignia that you see, you can go follow it to wherever it leads you to, and they'll take the baby. Not even, you know, they don't need to know your name or anything. You just drop your baby off, and that's the way it goes. And what do they do with the babies then? So what happens with the babies when they do that?
Well, as parents, there's different types of circumstances that can lead to that. Either it could be a teen mom, or it could be someone who's married and probably not mentally prepared to be a parent. There's various situations that can cause that. With the Baby Safe Haven law, people can actually take their children to either a firehouse or to a hospital or a place of worship. Those three places they can take them to. And what would happen is that, for example, with the AMT Children of Hope Foundation, they have a hotline that people can call. Yes. And they can get the help that they need, and once they have the baby in their possession, they will contact social services. So yes, the parent is relinquishing their rights to being the legal guardian to the child. However, the child has the opportunity to have a better life. So that's why I genuinely love this project so much, because it's not only affecting the community with the positive vibes and the blessings that we're giving, it's affecting the community, it's affecting the parent, and as well as the child. So it's all encompassing, and it's a labor of love, because most of the people at this foundation, actually not even most, all the people at this foundation are volunteers. So you have this organization where all these people are trying to save lives and make lives better, but then at the same token, they know that they're being a blessing to those people. Because a lot of times it's humans, what I find is humans that they want the blessing, they want it now. But what they don't realize is in order to get the blessing, you gotta be the blessing. And then once you are the blessing, then those blessings rain down on you.
Yes, you have to give in order to receive.
Exactly, exactly. And that's what I love so much about this project, because I've just completely and totally threw myself into it. And it's making me feel more like, yes, that myself as well as the sisters and brothers of the Order Eastern Star, we're making a difference, because our core principles is charity, truth, and loving kindness. So how best that we get the word out with this event than with a walkathon that benefits an organization that exemplifies charity, because you are helping a parent and a child, the truth, because the parent doesn't necessarily have to give their circumstances as to why they no longer want to be a parent, and loving kindness, because all children need love.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, the sad part is that sometimes, incidents happen, and just recently, in fact, we have here a sad day which happened on January 14th, and I'm going to read this while we're also going to have, we're going to get on the air Timothy Jacquard, who is the director and president of AMT Children of Hope Foundation, and we'll have him chime in a second. But, it was a sad day on January 14th. I'm going to read, paraphrase it as much as I can, but the birth of a baby is one of the greatest miracles of creation. After months of waiting and hours of painful labor, a new being comes into the world. Since time again, the gift of new life has been celebrated with great joy, but sometimes feared when not planned. And that's what it is. Young people or whatever the circumstance, if they don't plan it, then there seems to be a problem. And then it says here, there was a woman who we call her Jane Doe Hope, and she was taken to the hospital and gave birth. When Hannah Hope, which is the name that they gave to the baby, when Hannah was born, she was stillborn. And Jane Doe Hope did not want to parent her and was unwilling to try. Jane had no support but knew about Safe Haven and called the hotline. The death of Hannah is not only a painful event, but a particularly hard this is touching me, hard test of our faith. It says, why did God create this child at all if she were to live so briefly? I do not know if I will ever find the answer to that question, but I do find comfort in my faith in God. And this is from Timothy Jacquard. Do we have Timothy Jacquard on the line? Yeah. So, hi, Timothy. How are you?
Hi, Timothy.
Oh, good. I'm glad I was able to get you.
Yes. So I'm starting
I'm actually in Illinois, Springfield, Illinois. I'm doing a conference on infant mortality, and that's what I'm here for. But I definitely want to talk about the babies that are alive and saved through the program. It's not the deaths that I'm here for, but it's for the lives of the children that have been saved. 3,904 babies have been safely relinquished into our program as of Thursday.
That's amazing. What a blessing. What a blessing. So, Timothy, I don't know if you recall, but you were on my show when I was on with WLINY over a year ago on Thai.
Many. Yeah, I remember.
Yes.
I love you. Thank you.
I love you too. We're professing love. So,
my wife is whether or not I've been involved with you.
Wow.
I hope my husband's not listening.
I know, right? Hours.
Yeah, he probably is. Tell him not to worry.
Don't worry.
No worries.
It's all spiritual.
So Timothy, tell me a little bit more about, because I mean that's a great number, over 3,000 babies to save.
Yes.
But so tell us, just touch base on some of the situations that happen where, you know, a mother would come to you, or has there ever been a time period where a father would come with a baby? I mean, how does this work?
Very interesting. You know, in the law, when I wrote it in 1998, 99, when it was passed in 99, I believe that fathers should have the right to be able to be part of the solution of an abandonment of a child, and if they come forth under the putative father's registry, I established a safe haven. But in the law, there is a clause that's called putative father's registry. If you register as a father, you have 30 days from the birth of that child to register. If you don't, then the state will terminate your rights, and then we move forward with the adoption of the baby. But I give fathers every opportunity to be able to make sure that they have the ability to step forward, and if they do. And I'm sad to say 3,904 babies that we have rescued under the program, 2 fathers registered.
What about grandparents, though? I mean, 2 is such a low number for dads to step up.
I'm sad about that part because they do not have rights. I'm very sorry. They do not have rights.
Why don't they have rights?
They do not have rights to claim custody of the baby. They do not, because they're not the biological siblings. So if a mother relinquishes the baby under the law, she has the right to do it. And when she does, it's confidential. And we cannot release any information when we receive a baby that she gave birth to in the hospital, or even if I delivered the baby. I've delivered over 300 babies. And if I do that and I bring the baby to the hospital, they do not have rights. They do not. I'm sorry.
Well,
it's
you know what?
It's up to the mother to make that decision.
Yeah. Well, you know what? It's a hard decision to make. I'm pretty sure of it because, you know, but it's a blessing that your organization is there to, you know, take in the children and, you know, and stop. Because I know I've heard horror stories from police officers that find abandoned babies in like dumpsters and in alleys and things like that. And it breaks my heart when I hear things like that, because I know that your organization is out there to prevent things like this and to take in those children. Is that accurate?
That's accurate. Yeah, we try our best not to have to do that. But if you take Hannah, you already told your audience about Hannah Hope. Now, Hannah was the birth mother that came in Jane Doe Hope 3-19. She gave birth to the baby, and she was actually 2 weeks overdue. And because of the delay with no prenatal care, she gave birth, but the cord was compressed during birth, and the baby died. And that's why Hannah is being buried, she's being buried with honor.
Yes.
Yet, she was not murdered, as I do with other babies, but we're giving her the dignity and the burial that's necessary on April 6th at Holy Rood Cemetery. But we're having a mass at St. William the Abbot, and she'll be baptized on Thursday next week to understand that she is part of our family. And all my children, when I bury them, they're part of my family. And we make sure that they honored every year on their deaths. And that's what we do here with the Safe Haven program. So besides saving the babies, which I'd rather do that, and on a happier note, today, I'm in Springfield, Illinois, at a conference dealing with infanticide and the killing of babies. Mm-hmm. But yet today, I received a phone call from the crisis center, and we rescued a baby locally in New York. I can't give you the information on that part, mm-hmm. but the baby's alive and baby is safe, and she will be adopted once we go to court and terminate, and I'll do all of those particular things. But we have a baby that's alive because of the Safe Haven program.
Yes.
And I don't know how she contacted us, but she did.
Well,
I believe, but
you know what, I said that at the beginning of the show, I don't know if you heard or not, but you know, those signs that are out there on the highways and the roads and everything showing where there is a safe haven, you know, spot, and just I'm very grateful that your organization is up and running, and that this young child, this baby that was just born was
yes.
saved. And there are so many people out there that
don't even know about organizations like this, to know that there are options.
Yeah, but not only that, but there are so many families out there, so many couples out there that would do anything for a child that can't have a child themselves, and this
yes.
is a great opportunity. So we know that over 3,900 babies were adopted, mm-hmm. you know, due to your organization, and you know, I'm thanking you so much, and thanking you for calling in, Tim. So, I appreciate it.
But I want you to understand that under the law in mm-hmm. New York State especially, I cannot facilitate an adoption. Licensed adoption agencies and private adoption attorneys handle those particular cases. Once I take care of a birth mother and I bring her in and the baby's safe, Child Protective Services take custody of the baby, and they are the ones that make the arrangements for the placement of this child. It's very important that they understand that because of the laws, I cannot help any couple out there receive a baby, but yet all the children that I've dealt with are the ones that are being adopted because of what we do in our organization. Okay?
Absolutely, absolutely, and thank you so much for taking your time out of your seminar that you're at right now. I appreciate that, and I'm going to get back to Livy. So you have a good night, Timothy, and you know, I hope to hear from you soon. Do you have anything to say to Timothy?
Thank you, Tim. I'll see you on the 13th, and we'll contact each other tomorrow.
I love you.
I love you more.
Bye bye.
Okay.
So
take care.
Take care. So, Livy, oh my gosh, that just,
I know.
So just so that you folks know out there, just to like, you know, talk about it, the funeral services is here on Long Island for baby Hannah Hope, and that's next Saturday, April 6th at 9:15 a.m. at St. William the Abbot Church in Seaford, New York. Then there's going to be a burial to follow at the Holy Road Cemetery in Westbury. And all are welcome. It says all friends and members wishing to attend can report directly to the church. All motorcycle escorts will meet at O'Shea Funeral Home, 603 Wantaw Avenue, Wantaw, New York, at 8:30 a.m. So, you know what? If you want to get in contact with Timothy Jacquard, his phone number is 516-781-3511. And that is, you know, it's a blessing that this organization, so that's what you're doing on April 13th.
Yes.
You guys are raising funds and raising awareness so that, you know, parents that are dropping off their children, that are relinquishing, as he said, relinquishing their rights as parents, now that they can take in these babies to turn over to Child Protection Services. And also, you're raising funds for that. You're raising funds for the unfortunate, you know, funerals that have to take place, and they get a full, and you know what, every baby deserves a full funeral.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
So, you know, and this is, you know, this is an amazing thing. Now, thank you for being such a great person, because again, this is, if you guys want to be a part and you want to do the walkathon, it's on April 13th at the Westfield Sunrise Mall.
Yes.
I always call it what do I call it? The Sunrise Mall. I always call it the Sunrise Mall.
I know, I had to memorize Westfield.
Yeah, so it's Westfield Sunrise Mall, and that's in Massapequa. That's off of Sunrise Highway, and that's why I guess, we call it that, because that's what we grew up knowing it as. But you know what? And it starts at 9 a.m., so that's in 2 weeks.
Yes.
So that's coming. That's hop, skipping, and jumping away. So
it is, but you know what it is? Also, we are hoping for such a huge turnout, because in this climate, we don't really hear about the positive stuff. We always hear about the negative stuff. So this right here is personifying and letting the community know that, hey, there's people like us who actually genuinely care and want to make a difference in humanity, So that's a beautiful thing. So I'm hoping that everybody come tell your neighbor, tell your cousin, tell your colleague, tell a neighbor of a neighbor.
Tell everyone.
Just tell everybody.
Tell everybody. Everybody come. And there's other organizations, because we're almost out of time with our segment here. So there's other organizations that you help out.
Yes.
If anybody wants to get in contact with Livy, you can email her at livi1212@aol.com, and she'll give you more information on the upcoming event on April 13th, as well as other organizations that you work with, like Bethany House, which is, you're doing a drive for toiletries and wigs and clothing and cleaning supplies.
Well, that event right there already took place. We did that with my chapter in Mineola.
Okay.
Mineola chapter meets in New Hyde Park. We did a drive. Those who are not familiar with the Bethany House, that is a women and children's shelter in Roosevelt, New York. And a lot of times, going to a shelter is not your first choice. And for some people, that's their only choice. So that just makes it so much, worthwhile to know that we can help them, as well as help the disabled American veterans in Lynbrook, as well as the Family Children's Services Association in Mineola.
We have to have you come back one day. So thank you again for coming on the show. And
Thank
I know
you
it's
for having me.
But up next, folks, is Dr. Kelly Lizewski, and she's going to tell us about all things holistic. So stay tuned. Don't go away. We'll be back in a few minutes. And she is a holistic chiropractor, massage therapy, correct?
Yes.
All right, so Dr. Kelly, can I call you Dr. Kelly?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, so Dr. Kelly, I was very excited to meet you the other day when we met and we were speaking about what you do, because all of a sudden, like, the light bulbs went on in my head when I heard that you are not the ordinary doctor, first off. You are the doctor that does it the old school way, where you go to your patients, which to me, that is a diamond right there, because I thought about it and I was like, you know what, if I'm not feeling good and I have a creak in my neck or I'm in pain in some kind of way and I need a chiropractor and I need a massage or something, me getting up, getting in my car, schlepping all the way to the doctor, sitting in the thing, doing all this stuff, that's a pain in the neck.
No pun intended.
No pun intended. So tell me about what you do for your patients.
Okay. So I've been in this field for more than 30 years. So I combine everything such as medical massage therapy, nutrition, fitness, rehab, chiropractic, and do a lot of hands-on manual therapy, craniosacral therapy. Because what it is the way I look at it is I have a toolbox full of modalities that I use that I can use. My hands are my tools, but it always depends on the patient because it's not about me. It's always about what can I do to best help that individual and what they need. Because if it's not broken, I'm not fixing it, meaning I don't always do an adjustment because sometimes people, if I do enough tissue work, muscle work, things happen to just realign on their own. But if not, I'll do an adjustment, and it's very mild. I don't do any, and I'll actually, if a patient requests that I don't adjust them, then I won't either. But it's important. It's not just the physicality that is involved. It's also taking care of yourself nutritionally, taking care of yourself emotionally, taking care of yourself spiritually, whatever that is for you, because we're all unique in that, meaning what feeds your soul, what will help you help yourself, because in my feeling, my patients and I are a team. I do what I do, but I also want you to be your best and do what's best for you as well. So going to the patient's homes sometimes is an advantage to them because then once they do feel better, they don't have to get in the car, drive home, and then living here in New York, Long Island, traffic, and all of that. And some of the patients that I've worked with have had some really severe physical disabilities. So it's a good practice to be able to go to them.
Yeah, I mean, it could be, and I can understand what you're saying because I know that, you know, you go out into the road after you've been to, when I used to go to physical therapy, that was the perfect example. I would go to physical therapy, I would feel okay.
Yeah.
You know, I'm feeling relaxed, my muscles are okay and everything. I just went through all of that muscle therapy. And then I get in the car and I get aggravated and
tense up
your muscles just tense right up.
So everything is fixed.
That whole hour session with the doctor is out the door. So so it's great that you come to your patients. Now, where do you service? Do you service?
Long Island. I actually have some patients up in Westchester County. You know, so I'm open to, you know, traveling as far as Westchester. But again, it's always, just depends, you know, where do I go that day? Or I do have a home office that my friends come to and they refer friends. So I'll do that. But for the most part, I'm traveling.
So you have like equipment that you take with you?
Yeah, I have my
or how do you
doctor's
do
bag because as a doctor of chiropractic, at least where I went to school, we're trained like medical doctors and then some. So we have more neuroanatomy and anatomy and physiology, but we're trained to pick things up. So I have my doctor's bag. I'll take blood pressures. If someone has had a head injury, I'm going to check, you know, neurological systems and things of that nature. So I always do an initial eval and a treatment in the same session, which is an hour long, which is unheard of. And then usually my follow-up visits are half an hour because I'm very thorough initially. I want to know all about you. What is your past medical history? Have you had any injuries? Things of that nature. And just ask, you know, don't get too deep into personal things, but sometimes stress is a big part of it. And people have a lot of stress. I don't know anyone who's stress-free. If you do, let me know, and I want to know the secret. But you know, so it's important. It's important to take care of ourselves physically, you know, and People take better care of their vehicles, their cars. They go get the oil changes, 3,000, 7,000, whether it's synthetic or regular oil, and they don't blink, but they don't take care of their own bodies, you know? I mean, I always say, because I teach at a college, to my students, you know, would you put a pound of sugar in the gas tank of your car? And they look at me like I have 5 heads. And I'm like, well, you consume a lot of sugar. Do you realize what that does to your engine of your body? The body is an amazing machine. It is so unbelievably amazing. And I call it academic boot camp. When I was in my doctoral program, it was intense. We had 3 semesters of cadaver dissection, humans. And on top of that, neuroanatomy lab and lectures. So it was very fascinating. It was intense, but very fascinating. And it's so important to take care of ourselves so that it's the quality of your life that really matters. And, you know, that's what I try to educate my patients also, not just in treatment, but educate them in how they can do better for themselves.
Absolutely, and I'm excited. Now, you mentioned earlier about
craniosacral therapy.
What is that?
Craniosacral therapy actually originated with the native indigenous culture as a healing, hands-on healing technique. Then osteopathic doctors took it over, so to speak. And so in the science behind it, it balances out the cerebral spinal fluid of the brain and the spinal cord. It's a very light technique. It's less than 5 pounds of pressure on the individual. But in essence, it's a very powerful tool. I personally received it when I was 21. I had a head injury, a severe head injury, and I sought out alternative treatment because all was being offered were prescription medications. And I had headaches and shooting pains through my ears, and it was pretty severe neck pain. So I found a physical therapist that did craniosacral therapy, and it was the one thing that completely got rid of my headaches. So when I got out of my doctoral program, we have to do continuing credits in order for our license to renew it. So I sought out craniosacral therapy 1 and 2, and you can work with children all the way through, and it's very light. You know, everything I do, the patients are fully dressed, fully clothed. In this particular technique, I've actually helped someone in the middle of the woods who ended up having an endometriosis attack while we were hiking. And I don't know about you, but I didn't want to carry her out. So, so I just, you know, these are my tools. My hands are my tools. So I just did a craniosacral hold right around her, where your ovaries are located and underneath your sacrum, which is the lowest part of your spine. And just sat there and just did that for about 10, 15 minutes. And the pain was gone, and we hiked out of the woods.
Oh, wow, yeah.
And it's a powerful technique, and you know, the women that I was hiking with, they were all PhDs, you know, and they were asking me, what did you do? What did you do? And I'm like, I just do what I do, you know?
Yes.
How do you explain that? It's just, these are the tools. I allow whatever, you know, do what I do, you know, educational-wise and technique-wise. And then
so if someone wanted to get in contact with you, how would they do that?
Well, they can either email me at kaldc@mac.com, or they can phone me at 516-410-5469. I'm by appointment only, and even I spend the time to sit and talk with people if they call me, and they don't make an appointment, that's fine, because I do what I do because of what I experienced with my head injury. Nobody should live in pain. Health is your wealth. You know, and be your best self, physically, emotionally, and spiritually.
Oh, that is great. That is great. And I really appreciate that you came here this evening and that you're talking about what you do. And I want to bring this up because I found it fascinating.
Yes.
When we were sitting down. I saw pictures that you had taken because you go to a lot of places.
I hike a lot.
Yeah,
it feeds my soul.
Yeah. You see like the beauties of the world.
I get exercise. I'm out in nature and. I get to see the beauty of nature.
And you capture that nature in your images, which because you shared some of your images with me, and I was just in awe at how beautiful it was. I was like, this can't be her camera. I was like,
you'd be
wow.
surprised, and it's nothing special. It's just I tend to capture these beautiful moments.
Yeah,
and I think it's a projection of what I'm experiencing.
Well, it is a great projection, and I loved it. I loved it. I'm saying we like a multiple personality or something.
No, I've shared my photos with other people, and they love it too. So
yeah. But I'm really excited about having met you and now having you on the show, because I know that people can benefit so much from having a doctor that can come to them if they are in any type of need, and you'll do a full evaluation.
Yes.
What about insurance, really quick?
I am not insurance-based. I'm cash practice.
Okay, which is good because you know what?
It's just it was starting to take away from why I do what I do. This way I can, I can just, spend the hour initially and the half an hour and not have to think about.
And most people don't even get that. They pay their co-payment, which can range anywhere from $25 to $75 for the co-payment alone.
Right, and it goes 3 times a week, and they still don't get well. And I've experienced that.
And they're there in the doctor's office for like 2 seconds. The doctor comes in. I say he might as well just give me a high five and take my cash, because that's exactly what happens.
That was my experience initially too, when I was 21, and I went to a doctor of chiropractic. But again, it's like a haircutter. Just because you get a bad haircut doesn't mean you're not going to get your haircut again. You just have to find the right one.
Yes, and you are that right one. So folks, if you want a great holistic chiropractor that comes to you, please call Dr. Kelly Lizewski, and you'll see her number that is on the screen, and how to communicate with her and her website as well. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming in. All righty. So you guys stay tuned. We're going to take another quick break, and then we're back with Kathy Casale. See you real soon. And we are back to Her Talk with Tai Vicari. Thank you guys for tuning back in and staying with us for the full hour. I am so excited because I am with Kathy Casale from C-Star Strategies. Oh my gosh. So we have so much going on here.
We do.
We really do. So Kathy, first off, I know that I had asked you to come on to the show because I think that you are a super marketing person. She's the guru of marketing. Oh my gosh, I had this all about the stargazer of marketing. She can see your business in the stars and make it illuminate. There you go.
Tai, thank you. Coming from a fellow marketing person, it's very high praise. And thank you so much for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.
And you know how I love to talk about marketing, all things marketing. Other than my family, don't get me started. All things marketing today. And one of my favorite things about marketing, one of my favorite initiatives, is referrals. And you've heard me talk about them before.
Yes, I heard you talk about referral marketing, how important it is.
Right.
So walk us through, because I see here today that you have brought with us all these goodies, but why? Tell us a little bit, tell the audience a little bit about what is referral marketing.
Referral marketing is important to every industry out there. I can't think of a single industry that can't benefit from a good referral program. And one of the things when I talk to small businesses and I ask if they have a referral program, 50% don't. And 50% think they do. And I'll say, well, what do you do when somebody refers you? And they say, well, I say thank you. I go, well, isn't that nice? The reality is people want something a little more concrete. So you really have to have a well thought out referral program. Now the good news is for small businesses is you can do it yourself. And if you can't, you can call me. But if you want help and guidance, call me. If you want somebody to do it for you, I don't mind making money off it. But a referral program is something you can do yourself, and it's very simple. Why do you need a referral program?
Well, why do you need a referral program?
Why do you need a referral program?
Yes.
You need a referral program because, first of all, referrals are your best source of new business. If a referral comes to you, it's because somebody that they know and trust has told them, hey, Tai is great, you should go to Tai.
I am great.
Very true. So they come to you already knowing about your business, about how you can help them, and they have a level of trust in you already because their father, their boss, their friend told them nice things about you. They also have a 16-time lifetime value over the regular customer, which means they're going to stay with you longer, they're going to buy more from you, they're going to refer other people to you.
Absolutely.
So there's so much value in referrals. It's also not an expensive program to run. Referral programs are not expensive. You can do it on a shoestring. You really, really can. You should thank people, I always say, for referring you. Whether you complete that sale or not, that's on you. That's not on the person that referred you. They were good enough to refer you.
Absolutely.
So you need to thank them in a concrete way.
So how would we thank them? So
well,
I see you have a bunch of stuff
and
here.
I brought you presents because
I
always bring you presents.
I know you do. I'm spoiled rotten.
First of all, I love to give presents. And everybody likes to get presents.
I love getting presents.
And as a business person,
yes.
I like to give things that will stay on somebody's desk. Tai liked this. This wasn't even meant to be hers originally. And this
is the cutest thing ever. Wait. I gotta grab it. So
I always say, yes, it's a phone holder. If some of my items look like they were chosen by a 10-year-old, they probably were. Because when samples come in and my grandchildren like them, I tend to order them for them.
See?
So,
look at this.
That's right. And it stays on your desk and it has the company name. Now this is another one that I really love.
And it cleans. There you go. Well,
it does. I love this because it's going to sit on your desk and it's going to say C-Star. And when somebody decides that they need you, it has your contact information on it.
And
so it's a constant reminder
that they need tape. It's a tape dispenser.
Right.
So there you go.
So you make sure that you're there and you're in front of them and you keep in front. Yes, that one is for you and there's more little tchotchkes in there.
I'm just getting all these gifts. Wait, can I pull this out?
Sure.
Oh my gosh.
Sure.
You didn't.
Oh, not only is it a mug, but it's filled with chocolate because, you know, who doesn't?
Because I am woman and hear me gorge.
Right, exactly. Exactly. I feel bad after hearing Dr. Kelly who said chocolate.
Sorry,
sugar
Dr.
bad,
Kelly, but this chocolate
the occasional chocolate is not bad, right?
Yeah.
We'll eat them later. We'll eat them later.
Yeah, so this is a reusable, but this tumbler is reusable.
Well, you know, nowadays so many things are eco-friendly, right? So you want this. Reusable straws are very big, Tai. So this is an item. This is a silicone straw that you wash and you put it back and you put it back away.
Oh,
this
how
is a very
neat.
big item. People love these because now there's laws all over the place, you know. Shopping, reusable shopping bags are big, reusable straws are big, and they're not expensive. So that's when I say a program does not have to be expensive. You should give a gift that's commensurate with the value of the new client that's coming in. So if you're selling a new roof, then maybe you want a nicer gift than the straw. But if you're just doing a little transaction, it's a nice little thing in a bag with some candies or something else to remember you for. This would come with your name on it. And I want to make it clear, too, that I am not a promotional items person. It kind of looks like it, but I don't. I do this as a service for my clients, but I do marketing, and I just believe very strongly in a referral program and in keeping your name out there in front of people. So that's one of the things.
So wait, okay, so this was the...
These are this is my favorite. This is what I give as a referral gift. One of the things I always say is a referral gift, if possible, should be unique or useful or refer back to your company in some way. This does not refer back to marketing in any way, shape, or form.
Why not?
This is a car emergency hammer. It's got a little seatbelt cutter, got a window breaker, because apparently I live in fear of being underwater because we live on Long Island and not being able to get out of my car.
Hey, we had the floods, so you never know.
It happens.
You never know.
So this is my favorite thing, and I send it. Like I said, it doesn't have to cost much, but perceived value is good. When I give this to somebody, I always get either a call or an email right away. And they say, thank you, thank you, thank you. So I don't like to say how much it cost, but it was less than $3, okay?
Oh,
Okay.
where would you, so I know that you've spoken about this thing before. So where would you suggest people leave this in their car?
Oh, funny story.
Yes, real quick.
Yes, my children are very bright. I'm not going to tell them to watch this show. They're very bright children.
Watch the show.
They're very bright children. However, I gave to my children some years back car emergency hammers. And a few years ago, my son said to me, Mom, I still have that hammer. And I said, really, where? And he said, in my trunk. Do not put it in your trunk.
No.
Do not put it in your glove compartment unless you have Michael Phelps arms. Put it either in the little compartment next to you or in the little console compartment. And I always put my information on the box and tell people what it is because they don't necessarily know what it is. And I always include a little thing inside saying, don't put this in your glove compartment or in your trunk. The beauty of something like this is it's easy to mail. So if I want to mail a referral gift, I just stick it in an envelope like this with a little thank you letter and put it in the post office. Nice and simple. So when you're choosing an item for a referral program, you have to realize how you're going to deliver it. If you're going to deliver it by hand in a nice little bag, it doesn't matter if it's heavy or it's bulky. But if you're going to mail it, this would cost more to mail it than it costs to buy it.
Absolutely.
So you do have to think of those things and be smart. But there's so many different things that you can say thank you with. And like I said, all different dollar amounts. None of these are expensive, by the way. Bags are big now. This is one I just got for C-Star.
Oh, that's cool.
And it goes into this little bitty pouch. Is
Oh
that neat?
yeah, I see that here. So it's
Isn't
like
that
this is neat,
Yeah.
especially when you're going shopping.
Shopping is big.
Yes, and the new law that they put up in Rochester that
Absolutely.
oh my gosh, they got cruel up there.
Absolutely.
So and then you have this lunch. What is this? A lunch bag?
It's an insulated bag. If you make a big lunch, I guess. You could,
It's not
Very
meant
good
for weak
Velcro.
people. So, but this
Very
is
good, yeah.
this is very good. You can put like sandwiches and
right.
beer or soda.
Items that stay on people's desks that have your contact information. This is a little Post-it note holder and little arrows, and it's
Oh.
two-sided. So again, if you get this on somebody's desk, this is maybe $250. You get this on somebody's desk, it's there when they think of you, it will remind them about you, and it makes it easy to contact you. So these are the things that you want to look for when you're giving a thank you gift. We talked about referrals. This opens up. This is for your trunk. This is a little more money. Again, if you have a higher value client, this opens up and goes in the trunk.
This is great. So here, I'm going to put it like this. So it's an accordion, it folds, and look at this. Where is it? You have the little pockets.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're going to like BJ's or Costco
Exactly.
or
The bags
one of those
fit in there
places.
nice and
Yep.
full all over your trunk.
This is great.
Right.
Oh, look at that. Look
Right.
at that. I love these
So
bags.
there's umbrellas. This is a phone holder. Your phone goes in there and it can hang off your car. It can hang off your computer. Higher end items are a really nice flashlight. Oh, this one you like, Ty.
I love that one.
This one is not only a flashlight. I hope I don't Yeah, I'll blind you. Like a camping. There you go. It's good to have when we have the next hurricane.
So so there you go. So you can either have a flashlight, and where I'm not going to flash it in the camera guy's eye, but the flashlight, or this is great for camping.
Yes.
So camping season is coming, and it's actually here. So if you guys want this
season,
hurricane
we
camping,
don't talk about that, but
yeah. So this is really cool.
So get something small and useful for a referral gift. When you get referrals, always ask people, where they heard about you when they call you. You should be asking that for everybody. You should always be tracking. But when somebody says that somebody referred them, if you don't already know their information in your database, which I'm sure that's a whole nother topic we'll have to have is databases. If you don't have it in your database, ask if they know the address of the person and let them know why, because sometimes people don't want to give out information. Say, oh, I have a little thank you gift I'd like to send them. Now you've already put it in that person's head. A little subliminal suggestion that there's something in it for me if I suggest this person and refer this person out. So you've done a little double duty there. So get it out as soon as you can after the referral comes in. Do not, again, reward somebody on a concluded sale. You're thanking them for the referral, the act of talking nice about you.
Can I open this?
You can. That's a little tricky one. I brought that one because it was maybe one of my not wiser purchases.
Why? I think this is a great purchase. It's earbuds.
It's earbuds and a phone stand, but it's tricky.
Oh, I didn't know the phone stand part. I just
it's tricky.
So let me think about this for a second. Let's see. Is there a kid in the house now?
Oh, you're doing better than most. But it's tricky. So it's not a successful gift because even with an explanation on the package, people don't know what it is.
Wait. Nope, I got it.
You got it.
I opened
this. And the phone buds are underneath.
Okay, so the phone buds. Let's see. Okay, so there we go. So this is great because when you go on the planes and things like that or wherever.
Yes.
And I always tell people do not share your earbuds because you know what? You never know what somebody has.
That's true. Make a nice presentation of whatever you're giving. A little gift bag with your label, little paper. You can go to the dollar store and get all of that stuff. A little cellophane wrapping, also in the dollar store, a little ribbon. It makes a nice gift. I love to give gifts not only for referrals. I like to give them if I'm sitting with a new client doing a consultation or if I'm just meeting somebody for coffee. And I just like to bring gifts, and everybody likes to get gifts, so why wouldn't you do that? So again, if you need guidance on how to set up a program or where to get items, I'm happy to help. You can give me a call. Those are my favorite pens.
These pens are great.
Aren't they
These
great?
pens are great, and they're very hefty.
And
like
they're very ocean blue for sea stars, see?
Yes, and it says Sea
Star.
I mean, I don't know if you could pick this up, but it says Sea Star Strategies on it. And you guys definitely can see Kathy's information on the screen there, and you have, we can't see it, they can see it. So,
branding is very important.
Yes,
you do want to put your name on your products if at all possible. You can always go to the dollar store and get little things to give people, but it won't carry your branding. So, and it's not much more to purchase a supply of them. You don't need an array of things. You can just choose one item, buy 50 or 100 of them to keep on your shelf and use them as thank you gifts. And you'll find that a referral program, a well-run referral program, pays for itself so many times over. It is really one of the cheapest forms of acquisition that I know of. And it really is something that people appreciate. Aren't those cards great?
Yes, but I can't.
See-through.
They are see-through. So these are playing cards. I got to show. I'm gonna
in a little plastic case.
In a plastic case.
Because we live on the water.
And I don't know how well that this would work in, in Vegas. But here, can you tell? Look, I'm able to. I'm a card person.
Yeah.
So, but if you look at them. You have, they're see-through, and you got all these different things there.
Yeah.
But I wonder. I don't know how well these would do with like magic tricks.
Oh, okay.
But this is great.
But playing a game by the pool or by the ocean. They're very cool. Yeah.
They're very cool.
I just ordered. These are back scratchers because I don't know about anybody else, but have you ever been at your desk and your back itches, and what do? You grab the ruler.
Oh, and that can cut
you rip up your back.
Yeah.
Right, with the ruler. So when I saw these, I'm a sucker. They know if they send me samples, I'm going to be on the phone next going, oh, I need some of them. Okay. So, and I just ordered these. They're not in yet, but I will have some of these for you, little back scratchers,
Ooh,
so that you
I'm
no longer have to
excited.
use the ruler, which is kind of disgusting anyway, when you think of it.
And you no longer have to scratch your husband's back when he's like, honey, can you scratch my back? Can you scratch my foot? Here.
Yep.
There you go, hon.
Flashlights are popular. If you only have a very, very limited budget, this is a chip clip that has a bottle opener in it and the magnet. I love chip clips. But if you find that you go to an event, if you go to a trade show or some sort of event where there's a lot of little tchotchkes given out, when you get home and you realize that you have a dozen of the same kind of item, don't get that item. Find something that's unique. And I love helping my clients find something that's unique and different. Go ahead. That's straws also. That's
Oh, these are the metal straws.
These are the stainless steel straws.
Oh,
and
wow.
Then you can have, reach it further, there's another thing in there.
The cleaning gizmo.
What would it be without that? I wouldn't like them
Yes,
without
see,
that.
look. You clean it.
Yeah.
Did you hear the sound?
I heard it.
There you go. Now it's clean, no bacteria. So
that's a little bulkier to use. I think women would put that in their pocketbook, but you know, something like this
even moms that have their kids and stuff like
That's
that.
true.
You don't want your kids to like have any
we have
germs.
mugs are big.
I love that mug.
Spoon. That's cute, right?
And you can actually, this is
Chalkboard mug.
a chalkboard mug. So you can write something like, don't touch. Tai's coffee.
Is that going to stop people, Tai?
No, because I make delicious coffee. No.
And as we mentioned, bags are big because now there's the laws that you have to either purchase the special shopping bags or you have to bring your reusable bag. So bags are very, very big, and there's all types and all sorts.
They come in all sorts, and I like. And
everybody loves them. I like that one.
These bags, especially for the summertime, when you're going to the beach or you're going to, have some kind of a picnic, or you're taking the kids to the park, or what have you.
Even when you go shopping and you have the ice cream.
Yes.
Nice and easy to throw it in there. You know.
I think everyone should have these because they sell them in the store. But you know what? If you're going to get them for free from somebody, why not?
Right.
Yeah. This is great.
It's good to have a program.
And what is this?
It's good to give gifts. That's when I got at an event, so that was what they gave out, and nice and strong to carry all your stuff.
Look at this, and you can actually customize it with pictures, so you can put pictures of your major team players in your firm.
That's a great idea.
That's
Is that what you're going to do, Todd?
So yeah,
okay.
we'll have superheroes.
Yes.
So we'll have all these people
that would be
on
great.
there.
That's great.
These are great. These are all different types of bags, and they come with zippers and everything else like that. I love how you have all these bags here. I'm making it neat in here now. And this to me,
I know you like them.
I like them. This is like the kids like
the slim
them.
bags.
And so this is definitely something that, people would want. So thank you so much. Is there anything else you want to say to the audience before we leave?
Please have a referral program for yourself because, as I said, it's very, very cost effective. You can do it on a shoestring. You absolutely can. You don't need a lot. If you can only order 50 of something and it can only cost a couple of dollars, just do it. Plan ahead that, like I said, that you can mail it or deliver it easily, however you plan on getting it. And reward people. Thank them for talking nice about you because it will grow itself. Can I tell another funny story?
Really quick.
Okay, I worked for a company and we had 3 different items. It was an insurance company, so we had a lot of referrals. And we had the same people referring all the time, so we tried to send different items. But this one man referred all the time, which is a blessing, right? But one time, the customer service people said, Kathy, he needs to talk to you. And I said, uh-oh. And he said, I love all the gifts you send me, but I have so many of everything. What I really need is a toaster. So I went out and bought a toaster, and I sent him a toaster. Now, for $30, it was more than the gifts we normally send. But don't you think that probably kept a conversation going? And he was telling everybody, oh, it's so funny because they sent me a toaster. Because in the old days, when you open up a bank account,
you got a toaster.
You got a toaster. So try to be original. Try to do things that are out of the box, and good luck.
So that is all we have for you guys today. Thank you for coming and Well, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel as well as share it, and also share it on Facebook as well. I so appreciate all of you guys. I thank all the people that watched last week, all the people that watched this week, and all the people that will watch next week. WLINY. Please subscribe, like, share, and have a great night, and God bless you all. Bye.
Thank you, Tai.
Oh, thank you.